Shouldn't have to download anything. On the map? I don't think I updated the map, but I could be wrong. I did pick up another contract. It's that big field that we harvested last time. It's ready to cultivate.
Yeah,
And
I figured.
it was worth a lot of money, so I picked it up.
Well, that's what I hoping we could do is.
Yeah. I think what we'll do, or I think what I want to do is let's harvest this field, and then I'll rent a second cultivator that matches the first one, or pretty close to the first one, and we'll just do that one together because it's a pretty big field anyways. So
I'd always start to.
so things get uploaded.
I guess. Not that it matters that much. Oh, hey, hey, Derek.
Are you gonna play?
Hey, you could, yeah, hop in and play, or at least just
Yeah,
hop in on the Discord. At least that.
well, actually, he doesn't know how to do the Discord thing yet. I don't think.
You could add him. It's easier than doing the call. Just to go into the.
It will be easier, but it might. We'll just have to see. Maybe he also does Discord by phone.
Well, yeah, I'm looking up because I have the Discord app on, but it's like I think just. Oh yeah, you just. I probably can't do it, but just tap on in voice channel.
Here.
Tap on general.
Hey, casual.
Oh yeah, yeah, and then it'll say join voice. Yeah, it's super easy. Want to try? Hey, casual, thanks.
I can find them.
Covered. Oh, hey, actually, Derek, Jody and Tom, they picked it up. Time during the winter, picked up a boat. I don't know much about it. I'll see it here later, weeks, but got a little 3-liter cruiser in it, inboard, outboard. Or much more than that later.
Where did the boat up there?
Well, up by, I think, somewhere not too.
Well, there's I guess if they go to maybe they're close enough to that one spot on the border that they could
That's
go
where
on
it
the
is.
Missouri River.
I'm wanting to say somewhere kind of near city or Yankton. Okay, we're cultivating this field.
No, we're harvesting.
Oh.
Well, we'll harvest
Oh, there
first,
we
and
go.
then
Oh,
we'll switch to cultivating.
that's right. We had.
Yeah, Kevin and I tested out the Discord and everything last week. We think it was probably your internet
Oh yeah,
because
it definitely was.
we didn't have any issues. No, no, no. What are you in? Yeah, that the tractor with the.
Yeah.
I'm on the other side of the field.
Was from where.
You know, way far away. It's a small field. We don't need both combines up here.
Yeah.
I'm all the way on the other end now. Do you want to switch or do you want to?
Oh no, I was gonna fill this up, but where are we? I'll let you. I'll let you go dump.
His audio or my audio or both?
Can you hear? Yeah. Which keeps dropping out? Mine. I mean, I do have a filter on it, but it should see in the levels. And
I can hear you fine. There was
yeah,
a night or stream or two ago that it was cutting out on me,
yeah,
but
yeah. And I don't have any drop frames or.
he
Huh.
says yours.
Well, I don't know. I know
Oops.
it's seems working fine here. We're on.
Here. Oh,
Oh, okay. Hang on. There. That's right. I was all tabbed out of the game checking.
two greens.
I I guess I really don't know what's causing it.
Well, and like I said, Discord sounds fine on Discord.
Yeah, it seems. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do have an audio filter on. I guess sometimes I get far away from my microphone. Maybe it doesn't pick it up. Move it a little closer here. Maybe that'll help. Well, anyway, did I Did I tell you that I bought? I think I did, but doesn't know it yet. But I bought one of those WPL RC cars. Like, got
I
there.
think he kind of talked about it, but um, it's not a call anymore. There's a I just sent you an invite, Derek. There's a new way you need to do it now.
It's a lot easier, actually.
Yeah, in the long run, it's a lot easier. It just may take you a little bit to get get used to it.
Just accept the
Well, get set up,
Yeah,
is
just
what I should
accept
say.
the server invite, and then there's a little place that says voice channels, and you just tap on that, and it asks you if you want to join, and you join, and you'll be in. None of that.
The only thing is, like, when you join, you're join the call. When you join it, you're live, so
Yeah,
immediately. No, don't do that.
it's it's kind of like a chat room, I guess you could say, a
Yeah,
more advanced. Kind of like, yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of like old school chat room way.
I never got on. Well, I never used the old school chat rooms that way. I would always just um,
Like
I would
AIM.
always just do the typing thing.
Yeah, like Yahoo Messenger or ICQ.
Um, I never used. Well, I take that back. I did use Messenger, but I would start with. I just start with Yahoo Chat.
Hey, actually, Casual, I know you're watching on my channel. What? Or no, you're not on Twitch, are you?
I'm
Which?
not. He'd have to go to my YouTube
Okay,
channel.
that. Go to YouTube and see if my audio's cutting out through his stream. That would kind of narrow it down if it's a maybe a Twitch thing or something. Oh,
Your Twitch is twitching out, doing
yeah,
twitchy things.
maybe not Justining out. Justin, that's what it used to be. Amazon forgot to pay the bill. But yeah, and I've tried going in the speaking of the chat rooms and stuff. Tried going back in the Wayback Machine and looking up that one chat room that Swan got me, well, hooked on or told me about or whatever. Go in once in a while, and somehow I remember it was through, KQKY's the radio station web. But like I go
Uh,
there and I can't find like the link or the like the way in. So I don't remember what it was. I'd kind of like to at least see the site because it
it
was.
it, prob- it probably maybe it's because it was a live chat. Maybe it's not active. I
Well,
mean,
it's
maybe the link
no, I
isn't
know
active.
it isn't going to be active, but the Wayback Machine
Well,
will archive the site.
but I mean, maybe that has something to do with it since it's not active.
Yeah, it might be because it was like a nationwide thing, but
Yeah,
um,
I always I always did the Yahoo one, but I always did like the local by the state. I don't think you could go any further down than that.
okay, so just on Twitch. Well, then it must be a Twitch thing. About 90% may not be able to get to the yeah, so
Okay,
it must be a
okay. Well, I'll just
Twitch thing. Um, Redline there, he must be able to hear me fine watching on YouTube. Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
Oops.
I came in too fast, too soon.
Well, I kind of slowed
You
up.
can start. We can just if you back up and start again, I'll be
Okay.
able to trail you. It's a little unrealistic. It's
Well, it's very.
unrealistic,
You
but
wouldn't be driving on the
we
ground,
can
but
do
who
it.
cares?
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah. Um.
I gotta download the map next week. Um, but I'm gonna do that this weekend and kind of start setting things up for
Right.
Friday,
Oh,
Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
speaking
Is
of that, um, I don't know when you're planning on starting, so, but I could start as early as probably around sometime after, let's see, like 8:30 my time. That would be
yeah,
9:30 your time.
yeah, and I'll already be on. I should already be on. Because I planned on starting 8 my normal
And
time.
then I'll be able to go till sometime just before, if I wanted to go that long, but sometime just before noon my time, so about 1 your time, and that probably works out because you were saying you might have to cut out at about 2 your time.
Yeah, if I have to leave early on Friday, I'll have to leave probably about 4 my time.
Okay.
My plan was to just stream pretty much all the way till then. I may just have to. I'll just take breaks as I need to. But
Well, well, what's good
I
is I think I'll be able to be
the
on for a good long time, during the day morning thing on my own, not with just with you, but in my own stream. I've never been able to do, and it's kind of be
yeah.
fun, might be different.
The only thing different for you and casual does this when we stream is I'm gonna actually put a password on this
Right. Yeah.
um because I'm gonna I don't know leave it open for 8 to 10 people, I guess maybe 10,
Okay.
just so that I make sure I have enough and but basically it's just whenever anybody wants to jump on they can just jump on and
Yeah.
then Saturday I'll do the same thing. I'll start my normal time and then I don't think I have any plans Saturday. I guess I don't know. So, well, I unfortunately the end times I have to kind of play by ear, um, but I do plan on them being like pretty much most of the day, both days.
Okay. That's what I figured.
That's basically gonna be my work job for those 2 days.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I was hoping it'd work
I'll
out so I
put
could
in
be
an
on
8 hour
for a,
shift.
yeah, for a decent amount though. Just
I think what I'm gonna do though on Sunday, I don't know. I guess if people are interested, we can keep it going Sunday and Monday. But I don't want to I don't want to stream as much Sunday Monday. I want to go back to my normal hours. Um,
well,
but I can still play the map and people could still join in if they want to. And because I had thought about just doing that and running the map all weekend. And if um but I also was like, well, if no one wants to join in, I might just go back to my mining too, especially since it's just 2 2 hour streams. I know Sunday definitely has to be a 2 hour stream because I got plans family wise. Monday, I'm hoping to get some stuff done around the house. And I was gonna start messaging everybody this week.
you have probably most of them added to.
I pretty much have everybody added to the server. The only one I don't know. I asked Truckin if he wanted to join us. He said, "Well, I can't make plans that far out." I don't think I sent him an invite, but Average says that Trekken he usually likes to do group streams like that, so I don't know.
Other
But
than you
I
and me
also
and
didn't
occasionally
I
Derek, I've
also
never done it.
I also meant it to be very casual and very like as anybody wanted or if they could join in and they want to join in for an hour or if they want to join in for 4 hours or 8 hours, it's all up to them. There's
Yeah. Well,
no time limit on anybody.
it'll be a new thing for me. I've never done it. Like I said, you're the resident expert.
No. So we'll just the map. I chose the map that I did because we can keep the jobs going, and even if we ran out of stuff to do earlier, speed up time where we can make more things to do.
Yeah.
Because I definitely plan on running easy dev just so that we can keep jobs going for anybody that joins in. Because I want to do like this kind of stuff where we're harvesting a field together, um, or like I guess if one person wants to go and harvest or cultivate a field over there, and another person's plowing over, that's fine too. But
Oh, speaking of when you texted me and stuff, when I said East Coast, I was I was thinking of that one map that's real like
you're thinking of Bucks County, Pennsylvania,
that's probably what I was thinking of.
but I don't have the game save of that.
Okay. And it's
So I
fine.
mean, we'd have to start over again if we were playing that.
Yeah, well, and that one I just kind of liked again like more the casual play because it had a lot of features and terrain and stuff and no
You
go.
might actually like the one I'm playing now, which is Hobo's Hollow, because it's kind of like this, and it's kind of like that one where it's just odd shaped fields. Some of them are pretty big, and um, I had that about actually playing that as a multiplayer map. I didn't know. I wasn't even thinking about that map because we hadn't played that map in a long time. But
No,
I can put it.
and
I can definitely add it back in.
I'd honestly forgot about this one, but then I was like, oh yeah, that's right. We were doing some harvesting, and these fields are not. I mean, there's those two big ones.
There's more than two. There's like
Well, I mean the
three
two
or
we were
four
messing
of
with.
them.
Well, we were messing with, and then the game save didn't fine with me.
Yeah.
Or whatever happened there.
No, it was a game save. I think in the morning, I think I'm gonna run ATS. I know, just random thought there, but
Well, I need to. Or sometimes you did expeditions, kind of say sleep in.
well,
Just didn't get out of bed.
here's the here's the thing with that game is like I like it, but it requires some thinking, and so then after, especially when I'm not, and I haven't felt the best since I've had my tooth pulled because I've been fighting an infection. But when I when I don't feel my best and everything, it just too much to think about. So like I play it for about an hour and then I'm like, okay, well I'm gonna farm because that doesn't require much brain
Yeah.
power. Farm sim doesn't require much brain power, so it's relaxing. So I
Well,
switch
actually,
over
that's
to
the
it.
thing about this big stream with a bunch of people. It's like I'll feel like the novice because I don't really play this game outside of with you. I don't just fire it up because other things to do. Like I said, it's a relaxing thing, social. Well, and that's what it'll be. But this is a social thing, because
Yeah.
otherwise, back in the day,
Well,
and if Derek's still on, I don't think he is, but if he is, we'd sit and just talk on the phone for 4 hours. So,
yeah.
well, here we're actually kind of doing
Well, I
something.
don't. Casual can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was. I think he was definitely planning on Saturday. He might, maybe he'll join in Friday afternoon, but it might just be like Friday might be kind of sparse, and then I don't know if or when Average thought about joining, and then Sharky I think was probably going to be more likely on a Saturday for a couple hours.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, that's the thing. Got some down and hit it kind of hard on the rental.
yeah,
There's some little. I got to replace doors. Hoping only. Probably gonna go down the app. Goal and that will be more or less done, and I can get it listed.
yeah,
Otherwise, I'd go in and the other people up on no camera.
yeah,
Tucker could watch.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. I mean, we'll we'll see. Maybe we'll be able to hop on a Saturday. The others, even if it's for like an hour,
Yeah.
we'll see. But I am looking forward to Friday. More to see. It's a different time slot, and just honestly see if I get random views. I doubt it, but
Yeah.
Alan kind of meets.
Casual just jumped on my YouTube, or he's been on my YouTube. He
Yeah,
just
I
reported on
told
my
him to go
YouTube.
over there and see if he can hear me fine through your stream. If it's
He
having
said he planned to do Friday and Saturday, so
okay. Farm sim. From again. I haven't talked to him.
the last time I think the last time I talked to him was the last time he was in our
Yeah,
streams.
he's in Austria. Be close to the same time zone. But he doesn't.
Part of the reason I want to run Ravenport is it's got one gigantic field in the middle of it. Casual knows what I'm talking about.
Thing is I've
It's
only ever
it's
watched you do that map, but I've never.
Yeah. Well, I figured it would be a good map for like everybody to jump on. The fields are some of the fields are pretty big, and it's something that people that have been playing a while are familiar with, but haven't I haven't seen too many people or anybody really streaming it. So
Well, it's not a huge map. My problem is if I don't have somebody to follow, I gotta go somewhere.
yeah, no, it's not. I don't think it's as far as maps go. Like this one, I have problems on this one. Um, I even have problems on this one, but that one is for the most part pretty straightforward. The elevators are maybe some of them might be a little hidden to someone that doesn't know, but some of them aren't either. Heck, one of them's at the end of one of the fields in the middle of the map.
Well, like I said, I've seen you uh, stream it, not only on this game but 19.
No, no problem, Casual. We can do that. He said he might consider doing Monday. Um, like I said, I plan on keeping everything saved, and we can uh we can definitely do that. Yeah, because it's Memorial. I get basically will have a 4 day weekend because it's Memorial weekend
Oh, that's right. It is
here.
Memorial Weekend. I didn't even realize that. I was.
So but the only thing is like Monday this year, I want to actually use the day to do some stuff, whether it's inside or outside the house. So um, that's why I basically I'm given 2 days of hard streaming, and then a
Get yours.
kind of a day for family, and then a day to actually just kind of work on the work around the house.
Well, actually, that's the other thing. Actually, next weekend, that's the thing. I'm not down there because I should get it most done this weekend, but uh, got a new washer and dryer, stackable.
Uh huh.
Gotta reconfigure the laundry room. Means, I mean, to get it hooked up, I gotta for the dryer part, I gotta move vent. I Where it is isn't where it was when I moved into the house. One of the dryer is now didn't have these, so now I got to put it back where it was. I got to reroute the vent line inside. Washers hookups are right there, but then I don't have it. But then I'm gonna start plumb in because I'm gonna sink in there. Dryer was always wanted either garage sink or some other sink, that stuff.
Yeah. Yep. I hear
All that
you.
kind of stuff.
I
And
wish I kind of had one.
and yeah, so and we're just gonna get a more or less a cheap vanity, and then gotta take down the cabinet that's above there, and then different type of cabinet. Not hard work. It's just kind of little things here because
Yeah.
I gotta go under the house for the and which I got like a 4 foot 4 foot crawl space, so it's not terrible to have to sit down
Yeah.
and work. Probably not going to get it all done, but I'm kind of hoping on being able to get the right now the unit's just garage, and well, I bought it, Katie, for Mother's Day. that was a Mother's Day present.
Yeah.
Washer and dryer. Because the bought new when I moved in. I mean, it worked, but it was an old ass top loader. Didn't work. Didn't work very good. Kind of, especially back then. Washer basic one wasn't that.
I'm on my way back too, by the way.
Yeah, and then because washer dryer still fully functional, so I'll probably try to get a few dollars.
Mm-hmm.
They're like the ones that came out of there when I bought the house. They were so crap. I just put them on up there, even though they technically too, they weren't great. So I just put it base. Like I said, my wash machine. Actually, Katie did that. She came home and replaced the pump. She ordered it on Amazon. It had same day delivery. And put it in. So
Man, I remember having to replace everything in the. Well, it was the dryer the first time around. Well, I don't think I had to do so much in the washer yet. Maybe I think I did one thing in my new washer, but well, it's new to me washer. But the dryer I had to replace the heating element twice now,
yeah.
and the first time I I think a lot of it was the fact that it was just getting overused when Brooke was living here. But anyways, um, yeah, the first time around was just like that was it. Didn't know what I was doing, and it took a while and a little bit of YouTube watching and everything. And then the second time I had to replace it, it was like I had the part. 10, 20 minutes later, I had everything done. You know, had it done, set back up, ready to go. It's like pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the first time, kind of. They don't. I mean, they make them to be taken apart, but they're not. It's like just barely because sheet metal screws such their grip and sharp metal, and you cut up your hands. Things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't particularly like working on 8 dishwasher. First one, I replaced the pump. I mean, they'd last a few years, and I'd have to replace the. Then they had an updated one. That one's eventually bought something new, thinking have at least a different design or something. But so far, it's been going.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Unless you buy like a Bosch or some Europe, they're all essentially, as far as the mechanism, makes them Bosch.
No.
No matter if it's Whirlpool, Air, or whatever, they're basically all the same. The different, what you're paying for, the finish, whatever, like different kinds of racks. Oh yeah, I mean, there's a difference in the actual like pump and the grinder, that it is the same from the like the cheapest, about $450 one, $1,000 one. Actual thing that makes it squirt water is insane.
Yeah.
You're paying for a board that has little customizable cycles. It's a dishwasher, AI, or be internet connected.
I'm sure if they could think of something to make it connected.
Well, I mean, yes, it's you forgot dishwasher. I don't know why you'd need to do that. I have.
Hmm.
It's just Wi-Fi connected. Like I sort of get the use case with got a camera in there. Got it when you're whatever you need, but it seems awful.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems more like a non, kind of like Star Trek, something from. Don't. It's not really that helpful.
I'm driving through someone's rock field.
Actually, that's funny, because Clarkson Farm 3, yeah. We just watching that, and of course, thing collect them in this game. He used all the rocks out of his field to make a parking lot for his farm.
Oh.
And the whole saga. If casual may or may not know what but anyway, Katie was watching, and I was like, yeah, in Farming Simulator, like that's a job, or that's a thing.
Yeah. Well, it's on all the maps actually. It's just a matter of if you turn them on or off.
Yeah. Well, it's just we grew up like rocks, like they rock problems like there isn't really, depending on where you go, really isn't a thing.
You might hit a limestone piece every now and then, but for the most part, it wasn't a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. Yeah, busting up hills and.
What surprises me is I think about when I first saw it in the game and everything, and maybe it's because I just don't drive down there in that time of year, but as close as Kansas is and as much limestone that they have down there, you would think they'd have all those rock collectors and everything down there.
Yeah, and because we got 2 fields down in there. One's just north of just north of Alameda. But yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. There is, the limestone. You'll see rocks. Yeah, like on all fields. It's not a thing. And then there's some down by
Kansas
Scott
farmers
City.
use them for posts.
Well, yeah, fence posts. Yeah, we have. Yeah, you'd think it. Yeah, you're right. You'd think it'd be a little bit more thing in it.
Yeah, I didn't even know they collected them or anything until I saw them in here. And then what was kind of crazy was I see him here, and then it kind of started popping up on my YouTube farm shows that I watch. Some, I mean, just some of them I casually kind of watch, and I was like, I really didn't know that was a thing.
But thing when they were loading them, they had just kind of had tractors, kind of wagons similar to these, you call them, but
Did
they
he?
were often
Did he
they
crush
were often
him
driving on
down?
the actual like roads and chop wood, and then they dumped them and rolled them out.
Did they have to crush him?
Um, well, they got no, not really. They rolled it out, and then he had gravel, like actual gravel, to kind of chink in, I guess you'd say. So he had to roll them, put gravel over it, base, and then of course a different kind of climate and all that. But in this
Mm-hmm.
company, he had this company. They like almost like fracking, but I don't know how far down, but like pumping essentially like seaweed into the ground. I don't know how far under, but basically create kind of like a fissures that fill it in, so when the water would drain and soak into the oil better, so the parking lot, because it would always flood.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, fighting with the fee. We're talking they just made him up to basically try and cut him down, make it so hard that he'll just, even though like when they show his farm shop open, it's like it's just packed, and it's like I say a farm shop, it's like as big as, doesn't look like much bigger than like a typical car garage kind of thing. Maybe like a
Yeah.
three car. He's got a kind of like a cattle barn shelters. The actual where, oh yeah, and that's the other thing. You can't sell anything wasn't made within like 16 years. So like he can't even sell he can't sell like his and like hats and like that because the shirt wasn't made with it. And only he has them hanging up, but it's like it says online only, as in like you have to go online to buy them. So he can do that,
Oh,
but he can't sell. Yeah, so he has other stuff. Think of kind of like farmers market, like,
yeah.
but it's his stuff. I mean, he does hunt, whatever, and he berries and stuff because he's look like, I think Raz. I don't know if he actually picked them all with a vacuum, picking them with a vacuum. But they grow along those rock walls they have and stuff. And he got,
uh,
there's machines for actually going straddle it and mechanically pick them. Well,
uh,
he tried straddling the wall, get to the berry bushes and stuff, and he got the damn things stuck because the wall got wider than the machine.
oh,
And he was renting it, and they had to lift it up with two like telehandlers and pick it up off the wall. I mean, he just like beat it all up trying to. Like I said, you'd get a kick out. Maybe you know what? I don't know when I'm going to get back there. I don't know if we're going to. I haven't thought that far, but if we do, we'd have to watch it like kind of a binge watch deal. But
Yeah.
go to my folks or
Well,
something. And
I don't know if I can. I don't know what I'm gonna do the fourth because I'm gonna see if I can't get the gal friend and
well, that's what I'm
her son
saying.
to come down for the fourth, and I like she I can get her to do although that's awful early in the morning to do stuff, but I can get her to do stuff like that, but sometimes, but then she also just kind of like I want to go home.
Well,
She doesn't
I'm
want to.
not
She doesn't
saying
want to hang
necessarily that.
out.
Sometime it wouldn't even have to be then, but just sometime whenever we're together. Hell,
Yeah,
actually, we could watch it at your because like we watch it online a lot. Count on the browser just so you could see. I mean, a lot of it you could probably find on YouTube, some other site,
yeah.
pirate it down. But I think you'd enjoy. I mean, it's a good. I mean, yes, it's Clarkson, whatnot, but it is actually. I'd say it's actually a, a decent real world for over there. Um, documentary on farming, like farming as in all kinds, because it's not just wheat and you'll do barley, rapeseed, beans, berries, jam, honey, bees, sheep. He's got cows, a little bit of everything. I think he's got like 1,000 acres, probably a lot, quite a bit for most people there.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, uh, but it's actually gets. Katie listens to what it's called, but it's an agricultural podcast. I think it's kind of like ag or something like that. But they're
Oh yeah, and actually, I've heard of it. I think I know. So used to, I think it used to follow the gal that started all that on YouTube.
okay.
I don't anymore, but I think yeah, I think I know what
Well,
you're talking
anyway,
about.
she listens to it, things around the house, and she says when Clarkson's farm was, especially the first year, because he gets to the end and he's like, you know, I can go on, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and make $500,000, and I got other income, but how do kind of like farmers, you have 2 bad years, you're done, and the government regulation, because he goes through all of it, and of course it's the same but different over here. Actually, they're very much stuff, but it's similar, just like with soil and
Mm-hmm.
all that, which is mostly good. But then there's whole general don't want farm. Oh, it's dirty and talking. But that it's been a eye opener for the ag community and for regular people. Again, he has these stuff and falls in love with them, but then whole life kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, and shows how do everything right and still lose.
Yeah,
We sort of just grew up just took that for granted, just that was, and didn't know any different.
yeah.
But most people don't understand. Business side is where the work is, where a lot of the work. make money for yourself, but also break even and drop the world. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's got typical Clarkson Top Gear ish, but it's he gets real like Stockstill, neighboring. You can tell at first it was kind of like not really a joke, but kind of like hurdy her. I'm gonna have a farm. But now it's like he's into it. He's like, I don't even want
Mm,
kind of thing.
yeah.
And his not his kind of girlfriend, he gets right in there. He's Irish. He's pretty feisty. They did hogs this year. That's partly what they documented in this one. She was in there with him, helping him birth. I mean, got her arm halfway up in there. She's she's no vet. It was quite surprising because you
Yeah.
kind of thought from the first season, oh, she just wanted to run the show. Like how like, oh, I'm gonna Yankee can. No, she's active in producing what they're selling.
Yeah.
I thought was yeah. You again. I don't know when it'll be, but if we have back there and we can get together and time enough, watch through some of it. They're about hour long episodes. 8 or 10, kind of a lot.
Yeah.
But watch a couple, kind of the. Well, and he's got hired young kid things for other farmers. I mean, kind of teaching Clarkson a bit about say like a farm manager guy, or mostly more manages helps him manage the books and regulations. Because again, he's got
Hmm.
like a stream property that's eroding. They won't let him do, you know,
Yeah.
water rights. And that guy always looked like he's always got bad. Anytime you see him on screen, it's bad news. He never brings good news.
Uh,
Clarkson. Again, I don't know. Here, we just can't make shows. I mean, it's like that British humor that, for whatever reason, can't be, and I mean, as some reason just can't seem to replicate. I mean, it's hilarious, but it's kind of that subtle humor. Uh, you know, it's like Top Gear.
yeah.
I just don't know how to describe. And it's filmed very much. Amazon crew.
Yeah.
Kind of waiting for May and Hammond to show up, just like visit. But they. I mean, I know they don't necessarily hang out, if at all, outside of their. Never did.
Which is, I guess, kind of crazy because they all kind of. I mean, there was a reason they left the show. Like the one had to because he punched the
Fired.
guy, but it got fired. But yet the three of them kind of stayed together, even though even through that. So it's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's like they worked together and they stuck together, but they don't hang out.
Yeah, and I've watched some things like on YouTube stuff. Yeah, it's definitely a working relationship. I don't think it's like ZZ Top where kind of been toured so long. Gibbons now, Dusty Hill,
Yeah,
but you know, they after so long, they were. I wouldn't say they couldn't stand each other, but it was like I read this or heard, like they got to travel separately. They do their thing, getting paid or on stage or all that, and they're harmonious in that sense. Like, when the show's over, it's all over. Then they don't contact each other because they'd been on the road so long, got sick of each, kind of sick of each other.
yeah.
And I feel like that's
Well,
probably a little bit of what it is. It's kind of like we already work this much together, so we're gonna do our own things. We're
yeah.
not gonna hang
Well,
out when we don't.
but ZZ Top's not the only one because that's Metallica actually like they take their own planes and they have their own buses and I think it was also I think Motley Crue's the same way.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's tons of other bands. That was one that I just distinctly remember.
Yeah.
Some entry or it was an interview or something. Probably saw it on YouTube, long time ago now. But and well, yeah, you guys have been like touring for like, well, I don't know exactly, but 50 years, but 40, 30 to 40. You know, you probably it's just autopilot. But you don't want to be on the same bus anymore. You know, to all those shows or planes.
Well, I think some of it might be that, but some of it might be too. Is like I'm so tired of being crammed into the same small space. Like they they just want their own bus to have their own space and
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
do their own thing and not have to worry about tripping over everybody else that's on the bus. And it's like what's good for one person is good for the rest of the band.
Well, and like you know, Clarkson. I think they. I think it's a little different there. Is they definitely respect each other, but again, they they've worked together so long that it's like okay, the off times we're probably not interact. You know,
Well,
at least not
but maybe
publicly. Because that's the thing. I've rarely seen either one of them show up on the other one personal.
I didn't know the other two did anything
Oh yeah,
else
I mean,
besides the.
well, they have Drive Tribe and all that, which is the three of them, but they're rarely together in some of those that they rarely. It's usually just one of them shows up for. one of those kind of video shoots. Or like May had, oh god, it's been years back, but he did some other Amazon work, own show. Well, kind of. Well, I won't say a show, kind of like a 3-part, 4-part documentary, like cars that changed the world or something like that. It was very, very interesting and informative. But like I said, Hammond didn't show up ever, and then Hammond had a kind of like a Survivor slash almost like Mythbust. Well, not it wasn't Mythbusters, but it reminded me of Duck Tech. Make a can you survive and make survival gear? But anyway, Tori Belleci from Mythbusters with Hammond on that deal, and that was kind of. But it's like, you know, they could have did a little joke where May showed. Didn't. But yeah, the other two have done their projects on Amazon.
So
You could argue Clarkson's Farm, though, might be the most successful out of the three. Kind of a running series.
yeah.
Whereas, like, the Grand Tour gonna end, I think. That's the thing, kind of, that show or that premise, they've kind of done about everything you kind of can do to involve a car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, four wheels, globe-trotted it. That's why the farm thing kind of has legs, as in something here and challenge.
Yeah, but eventually they're gonna run out of stuff there, I would
Well,
think.
I mean, yeah, it's not like it'll go forever and ever, but it's something different, and Clarkson makes it worth watching. I don't know if, again, like I said, American TV is always crappy. You know, there was, the History Channel back in early 2010s tried to make the same vein as like Ice Road Trucker, well, even Gold Rush, that kind of style of show, about farming, and they call, or well, Harvest Crew. It wasn't even really about.
Oh, I don't even remember
Yeah, it
that.
was called Harvest, and it followed 3 Harvest.
You gotta go. No, you gotta. Yeah, you're empty. You need
And do
to
I have
turn around and go to.
Is there another strip that I left?
Yep. Yep. It's just up here a ways.
But yeah, it was called Harvest. It was kind of horrible because they again, like all those shows, they had to manufacture stuff. And I guess that's the thing with like Clarkson's Farm is they didn't really have to I mean, it doesn't feel manufactured, but like they didn't have to manufacture situation, because stuff he's doing happens to everybody. And then you pile on like the regulatory stuff, this small little community that doesn't like him there, because I mean, they don't come out and say that. That's the whole thing. And and he, complying, but kind of like almost not malicious, whatever. Like they said, oh well, you can only have a building X by and it's built it, it's ridiculous. And that's probably why the farm shop is so small, because they were like, well, you can't build a building. Oh yeah, his restaurant. He's like, well, you can do this. if everything's going to be consumed. They found so there was this old stone, like made 500 years ago or whatever there, stone building, and I mean, think of an abandoned building, back home, and then he just kind of fixed it up enough and put a kitchen in. It's like it's a restaurant,
Yeah.
and they had so many people that it was backing up on the highway trying to go eat at his restaurant, and it's like he could legally like serve only like 20 people at a time, and there was like hundreds trying to get in, you know so it's kind of just stuff like that they didn't have to make up any, where like again, quote, harvest, uh you know scripted reality, like I throw trucker deal. Oh, I see the storm coming. They whip pan the camera over, but they act like we got 10 minutes and it's gonna rain, and like that is at least, you know, it's like not gonna instantly. We're just trying to do about anything to create some. Like that's the thing, is the harvest crews were professionals. Like their stuff new or very new and maintained, so like it didn't. There was no real breakdown. Camera work was there. Just think of Gold Rush. You don't even have to.
Yeah.
That's what they tried to do. It's like doing this riding in a. Like,
Yeah.
there just wasn't any.
I think you're done.
Yeah.
You can always, if you want to. I mean, it's 10:35. It's up to you. If you want,
I was saying this is about. I got started late. Again, I didn't want to. Yep. I wanted to at least get about an hour in. Well, that's an hour 12.
Yeah.
So you go dump that, and then when you get back, we'll save it.
Well, I won't. That's the thing, is I won't come back because
Sure.
we just need to. We'll turn in the equipment and get all our money in.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. I'll find where.
I don't know if you'll get that header down the road. You may have to just drop it if you want to follow.
I'll gonna sell magically here anyway. But I'll probably be on chat a little bit. I'm gonna leave to do our work.
Yeah. I think, yeah, I've been feeling, I don't know, it hit me last weekend. I don't know why I didn't do it, but I'm going to play some ATS tomorrow. I haven't done that in a while. A word or two. I think they did a good job designing this town.
Yeah, like I said, I like the town.
Oh, there's a train coming. That took me out.
Well, I guess I do kind of like the other. better than no man's. Feel like living in. Well,
Yeah,
it has.
yeah,
Yeah, actually, the maps are aesthetically.
yeah. Alrighty. I don't know where you made it. Oh, you did make it here.
Yeah.
Just doing what they do. Alright, I'm gonna save. Well, I think it just saved, but I'm gonna save it. And then I'm gonna end my streams right there.
Yep.